Hi, my name is Jasmine. Today's gonna be a little different. This is actually for an assignment. It's gonna be for my report that I recently made. We're making it into a multi-model project. So to give you a little background, I did my report on the aggression of pit bulls. The aggression of pit bulls being whether it's biological or it's trained. Throughout my paper, I explored different areas such as subtopics of history of the pit bull breed, the training in the pit bull breed, the interaction with everyone around them. So that's basically what this video is going to be kind of about. The way I am going to direct myself and begin to explore this and interact is that I'm going to be having a series of interviews and also incorporate my presentation into it. So you're going to see how my presentation is included. So I'll begin with my presentation, and then after that I'll have all my little interviews that I interviewed with specific questions that I thought were interesting and to be able to understand more thoroughly, and then I'll end the video too. So yes, hello professor, if you're seeing this, and hello all my friends, and I hope you enjoy this video just as is on my platform, and in general. It's something that I'm very interested in and I'm very passionate about because I once had a pit bull that was taken away from me, and I'll get more into that on this first slide. And I just hope you guys are all having a wonderful day when you see this, and I hope you genuinely like my video, and I will see you in a bit. So this is the beginning of my presentation, and basically a little bit of background about why I did a presentation on pit bulls is because as a kid I had multiple pit bulls growing up. It was just a family tradition to have pit bulls, and throughout having pit bulls, one of my pit bulls ran out of the gate, and since they're seen as aggressive dogs, another owner decided to ask my dog to fight their dog and ended up brutally hurting my dog because my dog had no idea of that kind of aggression, came back home, and it was bleeding on our front porch and died before we even knew, which is very sad. And I think that this preconceived notion of that pit bulls are harmful can really be detrimental to some dogs. So my second slide, or at least my beginning slide, is who, what, and why. A pit bull, the name is really generalized. It's actually a name for all types of pit bulls. It's for American Pit Bull Terrier, American Staffordshire Terrier, American Bully, Staffordshire Bull Terrier. As I said before, these dogs are given a really bad reputation. They're seen as aggressive dogs that shouldn't be taken care of and just shouldn't be allowed to be around. But they deserve to be loved, and I truly believe that. So I hope throughout this presentation you can see how they're not biologically aggressive but trained that way due to their owners. So my next slide is over the history of the pit bull breed. Pit bulls have been along a very long time. In the beginning, in around the 1800s, men used to make bears fight, and it was called bear baiting. They'd have two bears fight. Well, it became illegal, and so to find a new source of entertainment, they decided to make dogs fight. And even as that became illegal, people still do it, and people still do it to this day. And it is just such a cruel thing that they would want for entertainment. Yet on the other hand, these dogs weren't always meant to fight. If they weren't fighting, they were known as nanny dogs. They took care of the farm and they took care of children. They got really along with children, and from my experience, I've seen them get along with children, especially me as a younger child. My next slide is pit bull interaction. Obviously, from pit bulls interacting with other dogs and humans, it's going to be different between humans and the way they interact with dogs. Yet, people sometimes have the idea that either a dog is extremely aggressive or extremely social and good with everyone. But that's not always the case. Pit bulls fall in between. Sometimes they can be really aggressive to strangers, but they're okay with the humans they know around them because they know they're safe, or the same thing with the dogs around them. They like the dogs that live with them in their home, but they might not like any other dogs they don't know. So it's completely different depending on how the dogs interacted in the past with other dogs or humans. For me, this is my most important slide. It's over pit bull training. Pit bulls that are trained correctly will not be aggressive. In order for a pit bull to go on and live a normal life and be completely safe around others, it needs to be trained right. Many people don't realize how important this is. So when you have a dog, you need to be able to know how to train it and have that attention you want for it. Begin training a pit bull at a young age when it's a puppy, and it will learn how to be okay as it grows up and learn how to not be aggressive. The most key thing is a lots of social interaction with other dogs and humans. Obviously, these people need to be able to be friendly also, or the dog doesn't get ideas that humans aren't friendly or dogs aren't friendly. Also, if you do end up adopting, or somehow acquiring a pit bull dog that is aggressive, don't believe that there is no hope for them, because there is. While researching, I saw many articles where they had an aggressive pit bull and they slowly trained it, but it does take a lot of patience and care. So it is extremely important that some people might think these dogs are beautiful, but they need to learn how to be patient and love them fully. In conclusion, from my research, I have learned that this cause of aggression isn't due to them being biologically aggressive and then just being born to be aggressive, but it is because of training. The training that they have around them clearly implies how they will grow up and how they will act. This breed is still being banned all over the place or given strict guidelines. Some insurance companies won't even let you have their insurance if you have a dog like this. I do believe these dogs deserve to be loved, and from my research, it even let me believe that even more. And I hope that this gives some people an idea of that these dogs aren't just aggressive, but trained that way due to their owners. It is a different day now, and as you just saw, I just finished my presentation. So that's mainly what my paper was about, and this is what the video presentation is. And I decided that I wanted to go into like the real world and talk about this topic. So what I did was I went ahead and asked for permission, of course, and asked if I could interview a few people. And I interviewed them and asked them basic questions. I showed them multiple pictures of a dog. Let me show you those right now. So I showed them all those pictures, and from that, I asked them, do you know what kind of breed this is? My first question. What is your first thoughts about this dog and their reputation? Usually from some of those questions, I didn't ask more because they already answered my next two questions, which my next two questions were, why do you believe this about the reputation? And do you believe a dog can be biologically aggressive or trained to be that way? And so I gave them before this no information that would make it biased. Simply just showed them the pictures. Didn't even explain I had a paper. Afterwards, I explained I had a paper. And yeah, this is what these next few videos are going to be about. Me interviewing people and seeing their reactions to Pitbull breed and what they think. Okay. What is your name?
Aubrey Baker.
Okay. I'm going to show you multiple pictures of dogs.
Okay.
If I can even. Okay, do you know what kind of dog breed this is?
Pitbull.
Queen. Okay. What are your first thoughts about dogs like these? You can switch through the pictures too if you want. What's your reputation of them, and what have you heard about them?
I've heard that they're really violent and stuff, and that people don't there's certain limitations sometimes in certain locations that you can't have a pit bull because they're known for being really aggressive, but really I think it's just which I don't know if you want me to go ahead and
No,
say this
yeah,
or not,
dude, you're doing
but
amazing.
I think that it's just the owners that get pit bulls because they abuse the pit bulls and stuff, and I don't know, their breed is kind of targeted for that reason. But my sister, the reason that I knew that this was a pit bull is because my sister has a dog that's half pit bull, and she's really sweet and she's just really kind, but they have to be very careful about the way that they treat her, because if they punish her in a violent way, then the dog will eventually react and become violent.
Okay, thank you so much for this. What is your name and what grade level are you in?
Hello, my name is Tara Jackson and I am a senior.
Okay, so Tara, I'm going to show you multiple pictures, and if you ever want to see a picture again, just tell me.
I just have to look at it and I can do it.
Okay, from those pictures, do you know what type of breed of dog this is?
Pitbull?
Yes. What are your first thoughts about pit bulls and what their reputation is?
Well, you know, I've heard a lot about pit bulls, and I've seen news articles, I've read news articles, I've just heard different things, different topics about pit bulls. Overall, people believe that pit bulls are just naturally just brutal and vicious, but I do believe, just like children, they imitate what they see, and like if their owners are like aggressive, or their behavior is like vicious, or like they're not, their behavior is not showing like that love attachment, that attachment of security, then of course the animal is going to behave. But I think pit bulls are, I prefer baby pit bulls. I want to see them grow. I love pit bulls, but I think pit bulls are a beautiful breed. I don't know specifically what specific pit bull breeds these are in, like if they're mixed or whatever. But yeah, that's the annotations that I usually get about pit bulls.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What is your name?
My name is Micah.
Okay, Micah, I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures, and if you want me to stop or go back, just let me know.
Okay.
Do you know what kind of dog breed this is?
The pit bull?
Yes.
Okay.
And what are your initial thoughts about this dog and the reputation of this dog?
My initial thought, I mean, they're dogs. I've never had pit bulls, but I've always heard, I mean, you hear of people who get really angry about, I mean, they're like, oh, we don't want pit bulls, and that kind of thing. But I've never really understood that. Because I was raised on a farm, so we never had pit bulls because they weren't usually cow dogs.
Okay, yeah.
So because of that, I was never really around them.
Okay.
But I don't have anything against pit bull. They're a dog.
Okay, yeah. So do you believe that maybe this dog could be biologically aggressive, or they're maybe trained that way?
Oh, I think they could be trained. Just because I think anything could be trained.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they're biological. I don't know. I mean, because I guess the dogs that we had were also natural. I mean, they were what we always thought were naturally cow dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the case, and maybe it's because the way I don't know.
No, it's okay.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, I think things are usually trained.
Okay.
Just like we train athletes.
Yeah.
Athletes are trained, and so I would think animals, horses are trained to be race horses.
Yeah.
Why would dogs not be trained?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Micah. What is your name?
Camilla.
I'm going to show you a couple pictures, and if you want me to stop at anyone or anything or go back, just tell me.
Okay.
Oh my.
Can I comment on how cute they are?
Yes. Okay. From these pictures, do you know what type of dog breed this is?
Yeah, they're pit bulls.
Okay, what are your thoughts about them and their reputation?
I think I don't believe that they're naturally aggressive. I think they get misunderstood a lot of times, and people think that they're naturally aggressive. I think they're cute little doggos.
So what led you to believe that they aren't biologically aggressive and just maybe trained that way?
Because I have known several pit bulls in my lifetime that wouldn't harm a fly, and it's the way that they're raised that decides whether they're aggressive or not.
Okay, thank you so much. Your names and what grade level are you guys in?
I'm Andrea Martinez. I'm Jenny. I'm a junior. And I'm a junior as well.
Okay, so I'm going to show y'all various pictures, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Okay, so from these pictures, do y'all know what type of breed of dog this is?
Pitbull?
Yes, you're correct. And what is y'all's first thoughts or ideas of their reputation and what kind of dog they are?
I think think they're sweet. I had a dog that was half pit and half lab, and she was the sweetest. She was my soulmate. So, I love her. I love them. I love them. They're sweet.
Yeah.
They're sweet dogs.
I don't ever had a dog pet before, but from far away, I always hear that Pitbull are like mean. They're not a very good dog, but from her view, they're sweet. So I don't.
Yeah, no, you're good. So like from this, what makes you believe that they're sweet, and what makes you believe that they can be not the best dogs all the time?
I think that they're really sweet dogs because it's mostly who trains them and who raises them. You know, like my dog had a kind of like a negative like whenever people would look at them or I would take him to the vet, it was a very negative kind of viewpoint, and I didn't like that because she was like the sweetest dog, and it's really important on how the dog is raised, and I feel like it's a lot on the owner, not on the dog.
Since I don't have a personal experience with them, so what people say, their opinion influence how I feel about them. So that's probably mine. And then sometimes their looks, but then sometimes they're cute. Sometimes they're mean, so.
No, yeah. So do y'all believe from like what y'all just said, do y'all believe the dog is maybe biologically aggressive, or are they trained to be that way?
They're definitely trained.
Yeah, trained. So learn.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, now that everything's over, I want to say first of all, thank you for watching my video, and thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I described everything really well and showing that how amazing like this breed is, how they are not biologically aggressive, and they're such sweet dogs. And this isn't opinion based. I know I have my own dog, so that might be biased, but simply like facts, they are trained to be that way overall, if anything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.